morning. Welcome to avnewscast.com.
That's a shame because I couldn't even hear the music.
Oh. Well, you don't have the headphones.
You don't even have your headset on.
But I would normally be able to hear it.
Use it just on the one ear that you can hear out of.
Okay. Morning.
For everyone that didn't know, Angelina only has one good ear.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Jay-Z hit me in my other ear.
Yeah.
That was good, right?
Have you seen the fight video yet?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. I need to get on there.
Oh my God. You got to see it. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it on TMZ.
Yeah. TMZ is,
taekwondo,
I mean, they can get stuff. They're no joke.
They are no joke.
Yeah.
They get stuff. Yeah, they do.
And I saw there was a picture of Solange next to an actor. He's a comedian. For the life of me, I can't remember his name. But she looks just like him. So the first story was Jay-Z posted this picture, and she was pissed off about it. But she looks way too angry to be pissed off of, of that kind of association. And then I saw a tweet that she posted saying, "You hit my sister." And so now that makes a little bit more sense. I could see a sister going, crazy over someone hitting.
Protecting her sister.
Yeah.
Right.
And she went nuts.
She did.
And her sister just
uncontrollably nuts.
Yeah. It was, Beyonce was like, you know what? This is my sister. This is how she gets.
No, yeah, but Beyonce jumped in a little bit.
She didn't jump in, but she was like trying to be a buffer.
Yeah. Because
she was like, you know what? Because if you hit him good, he's gonna be mad. That's how much. Yeah. That's how it looked. It was like, I better stand in here because.
You can only take it so far.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna retaliate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that bodyguard was, he was working for his money that night.
Yeah.
Because she was squirrely and and I'm like, there was a time where they had all got out the elevator and just left the two of them in there. And I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, the bodyguard. And what can you do? Because you can't hit a woman.
All he could do is talk. He's like, please come to the elevator.
Yeah.
Please come to the elevator. It was so funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
She just, and you know what? It's a shame because they are so good at keeping their private life private.
Jay-Z? No.
Jay-Z and Beyonce? Yeah. You never hear of anything between them.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, she's in the news for something all the time.
She's in the news, but never about anything bad.
Okay, well, now it's all coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because TMZ gets between the sheets.
They sure do.
They do.
They know how to pull over the covers.
They do.
If I can get off topic for just 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, take us off topic.
I love that color on you.
Oh, me?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yeah, that really works.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Okay, nice compliments.
She looks nice.
No, that's all good. That's all good. In a minute we'll talk, excuse me, about Donald Sterling and his interviews.
I love him.
Why didn't he just shut up and crawl under a rock and just
he can't.
roll around in his money?
He can't, and no one's talking to him. Like, he does not have... when I hear him talk, I think of Scandal and the fact that he doesn't have a fixer.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about him in a minute, but first, I have to talk about Clay Aiken.
Yeah.
I have to. Okay?
Forced to be reckoned with.
Here you've got a guy.
Do you think he has an army of assassins?
Oh, that's cold-blooded.
I'm just wondering.
What? That's how you win a campaign? Take the other candidate out?
That's it.
Well, it's not been...
Ask Tanya Harding.
Right.
They are... Yeah. They are... North Carolina is supposed to certify the election results this morning. Mm-hmm. As of last night, Clay Aiken was ahead by 369 votes. Mm-hmm. All right?
Like a Ron Smith
thing. This is a guy that's second season American Idol.
Yep.
Lost to Ruben Studdard. Mm-hmm. And now he's running for Congress.
Yeah.
In the 2nd district of that state.
How did you do that?
All right? He hasn't raised a ton of money.
No.
All right? Maybe he raised $250,000 at best. Mm-hmm. All right? His Twitter followers? Mm-hmm. Jeff, how many Twitter followers do you think Clay Aiken has? His official page. Mm-hmm. Just to take a guess.
3 million.
He was runner-up on American Idol.
Okay.
But what does he have to say that's all
He's got, get this, his official Twitter election page, okay? He's got 1,600 followers. That's all.
Wow.
Okay? He's only put out maybe 400 tweets.
Wow.
All right? That's it. It's name recognition
Yeah.
from
That's it.
American
Yeah.
Idol.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you get down to the nitty gritty, we don't necessarily put people in position based on their experience, what we believe is their work ethic, what we believe is their work experience.
Do you believe that he's got the experience?
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He's got the name recognition.
He's a likable little queen.
What?
Yeah. He came out.
But
so.
okay.
That's hysterical.
But yeah, well, you heard it here. You know, and I'm sure we'll get an email or two.
Oh.
Do we by chance? He went on the Stephen Colbert show just the other day. Do you by chance have that video?
I can play the audio of it. It's
Yeah.
not like a.
Can you play the audio?
Screen. Yes, sir.
Am I putting you on the spot? Okay.
No, not at all.
You do
Talk
that
a little
on
bit.
a
Let me
regular.
get
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. This is
Just
actually
make sure there's no
something.
commercials.
This
Oh,
is,
yeah, this is good.
This is something
Good.
that bothers me.
Why?
Because
Welcome to politics.
I've got it ready if you want to take a listen.
Oh yeah, let's hear
this
it.
is actually kind of funny. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, make no mistake, folks, I am an Aiken fan, or playmate.
Playmate.
I voted for him through season 2. When he lost to Ruben Studdard, I was crushed. Almost as crushed as I was when they voted off that old lady. But I
Steven
cannot
Tyler.
support Clay Aiken for Congress. Not only is he a Democrat, he is also a gay, which I only recently discovered were two separate things. And I cannot believe he's trying to get Renee Elmers fired. Does he not know how badly she needs her paycheck? If he were on my show right now, I'd vote him off. Here to be kicked out of my studio, please welcome former American Almost Idol and candidate for North Carolina's 2nd District, Clay Aiken. Clay, thanks so much for being on. All right. All right, listen up. Okay, I am uncharmed by those baby blues and those golden pipes. Who the hell do you think you are, you Hollywood liberal, coming into North Carolina with your San Francisco values?
Well, I think people are very fed up with the kind of tone-deaf representation they've had. I mean, you heard
Tone
right.
deaf just because you have perfect pitch. That's kind of cheap.
I mean, you see what we're dealing with now. We've got a representative now who has completely ignored the people who she was elected to represent.
I don't know about the completely ignored thing, but how are you not going to completely ignore them?
Well, I've spent my entire life since Idol trying to stand up for children with disabilities. I started an organization for kids with disabilities and have been an advocate for certain populations for the past 11 years. And these people in North Carolina put me here. Mm-hmm. They gave me this platform, they gave me this microphone, and I feel like it's my responsibility to use that to give back to them and make sure they're represented in a way.
I am unwarmed by your story. That's my disability, okay? All right? I don't hear things I don't like,
I'm good with
okay?
people with disabilities, so help
Okay.
me.
So Fort Bragg, largest military base in the world, is in your district. You're a Democrat. How are you going to run to the right of a Republican on defense?
Why would I need to run to the right of a
Because
Republican?
the right owns defense, my friend.
I think what the right doesn't own is veterans affairs, veterans issues. The veterans unemployment rate is 11%. It's 4 points higher than the rest of the civilian population. There are a lot of really incredible proposals that have been on the table that aren't getting anywhere because people are more interested in shutting down the government, sequestration, doing things to make sure the other side doesn't get a win. There are people who are hurting now, and nothing's getting done in Congress because nobody wants to work together. And that frustrates me. I'm sure it frustrates you, even though you may not want to admit it. It frustrates a lot of folks in this country.
I will happily admit that partisan political bickering is how I make my living.
Exactly.
Nice.
It's exactly how people in D.C. make their living, too.
All right? Now it's going to be... Clay, can I call you Clay?
Please do.
Clay, is there going to be any singing on this tour of yours?
I'm on
Put
sabbatical.
the asses in the seats, man.
I'm on sabbatical.
Really?
You know
Not
what?
even our national anthem?
Well, I might sing the national anthem here or there, but I have...
Oh, say...
But I'm going to leave it to you.
Really?
I'm going to leave it to you tonight. I feel like that was. I had a great 11 years singing, and this is a new chapter for me. I think it's more important than singing, and so I've put that on the back burner for sure.
All right. Headline: Clay Aiken refuses to sing national anthem. Clay, thank you so much. Clay Aiken, North Carolina, 2nd District. Vote for him if you must. We'll be right back.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot what?
He didn't say a whole lot.
No, he didn't say a whole lot. But you know what? And I said earlier, this is something that bothers me, that, singing for 11 years after Idol, and now he's probably going to Congress as a congressman.
Why does that bother you?
It's a lack of experience.
Yeah.
What experience do you have before going to Congress that qualifies you to go to Congress?
What experience?
Yeah.
You start at school board, then you
Wait
get
a
into
minute.
city council,
Or city
then you
council,
get
state
mayor,
assembly.
then-
Okay, and
Senate.
so most of the people that we see running has all that in their background?
A lot of them do.
Come on, Steve.
A lot of them started at a lower level, okay? However, don't get me wrong. When you listen to him speak,
I
he
think
made
you
some
just
good
have
points.
to be passionate about trying to make a difference. I think that because it doesn't really matter how many boards you sat on, how many elections you've been in when you were in high school. I mean, maybe you didn't have the thought process at the time to feel that you can make a difference in your community. I certainly didn't. Not that I'm leading to run for anything, but I shouldn't be held back from the privilege of doing it because I didn't do it before, because I am still just as passionate as the next person.
I'm not saying you should be held
Passionate-
back. What I'm saying is,
passion the same
if-
as his experience.
But what experience? You
Yeah,
ran
what
for
experience.
something in high school and college.
What?
You play with the big dogs now. Congress.
You
No, I
think
don't-
it's you think you should just go
Well,
from,
you know what?
hey, I'm going from
Obviously-
American Idol.
That's I watched
Okay.
Schoolhouse Rock and I'm ready to
Obviously-
go. Right?
Well, I watched it.
Okay.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's how I learned it.
I think, we talked about this in 2012, and
We talk
there
about
should
it
be
all the time.
there should
the
be a
class.
level. No, look.
Well,
if Clay Aiken had not come from American Idol,
Oh, absolutely.
he would not have a chance in
He
hell.
wouldn't have been on the show.
Okay, that's my point.
Yeah.
Okay?
But that's America. That's what America is all about. Opportunity from nothing.
That's right. Hey, it put
All about
Schwarzenegger
who
in
you
Sacramento.
know.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah,
Right?
That worked out good.
It put him in. Yeah, that worked well.
Huh?
Yeah, it
What?
put him
I
in
didn't hear you.
Sacramento.
Uh-huh. What
It
else were
didn't
you
work
gonna
out
say?
so great.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you recognize.
It didn't work out so great. All right, but
Every
from
time we
American
put a
Idol,
Republican in something, we got to clean it up.
Clay Aiken did bring up a good point though, and that is that a lot of our politicians spend so much time making sure that something else doesn't get done.
Yes.
Okay,
And we
rather
talked
than
about
doing
that
something.
yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. I mean, people have the problem about the supermajority, but that's the only time whatever group gets anything done that they believe is going to benefit.
It'd be very interesting though if the upper house in Sacramento, the lower house in Sacramento were both evenly split at 50-50.
Then nothing would be done.
No, I think then you would have to go to the table and get people to
They would
understand.
go to the table and talk, and nothing
Yeah,
would
but
get
what's
passed.
wrong with nothing getting done? Then we got the transgendered bathroom bill that got done. We got shutting down
Yeah, but
Shamu.
there's
that's getting
tons
done.
of other things.
Plastic
that's-
bag, ban the
Yeah.
plastic bags.
I mean,
that's getting
there's
done.
a lot of nonsense that's getting done.
There is a lot of nonsense. That's so funny. I criticized your phone. That's so funny.
Yeah, they do. They spend a lot of time.
They do.
Not getting. And that was a lot of people say, well, wait a minute. We've got so many Democrats here locally in Sacramento. Sending a Republican up there, what are you going to get done?
No.
Well, here's it. You know what? Sending the right Republican up there will be
More
able to
nothing.
work with the others. I'm telling you. Okay?
Stop playing.
I believe can work with the other side.
Don't talk about it because I'm going to tell you what I feel.
Oh, you can say that's just my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion.
The right Republican can go up there and talk on both sides, and there is a right Republican running that can go up there and talk to both sides. And Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, leave it at that right now.
Yes.
Right?
Because, see, you just be... You're doing that V thing to me right now.
Oh.
You trying to be V.
No, I'm not.
Trying
I'm
to
not.
make me say something.
No, I'm not trying to-
smarter than that.
No.
I'm not
Somebody-
Sterling.
Somebody yesterday asked me if I would talk about who's running for LA County Sheriff and endorse a candidate.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I will.
you.
I will.
dare you.
Go ahead.
My personal
Yes.
feeling, James Helmold.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard it here.
Yeah. You better have said him.
Okay. No, I'm
'Cause you got
just
to work
saying.
with me all day.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. So you feel the same way.
See, so far, yes, that's what I'm leaning.
Okay.
I think that I think so.
I think that
I have to look the man in the eye, but I think so.
I think the chief running out of Long Beach has got a lot of force behind him. A lot of force.
They all got a
There's
lot
a-
of force behind them.
I got an email yesterday.
I want to
get
know.
it.
I want to know if anybody would have dismissed the cop that was just put on suspension for 65 days. I want to know if any of those candidates would have dismissed him.
Well, maybe that's something. We're going to get a couple of the candidates on. I got an email yesterday from Tanaka.
Oh Lord!
All right, who wants to come on the show, but an email thanking me for helping him in his.
Did you help him?
No, I haven't done anything.
Help? Okay, so what is he thanking you for? So he's so out of touch. He has no clue.
I have. You know what? I don't know. I got a crazy call from a graphic designer working for another candidate last night. I'm not going to mention the candidate. She's just a nut. 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. All kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And we are having a candidate debate for the California State Assembly, the 36th district seat, which covers the Antelope Valley, as well as north of the Antelope Valley and south of the Antelope Valley. But and that is here on Thursday. It's at 6 o'clock, and it will be at the Guidance Charter School, the high school campus,
Yes.
across from Dry Town in East Palmdale.
Yes.
I expect it's going to be a packed house.
I think so.
I think so. We will also be streaming the debate live. If you have questions that you want us to ask the candidates, feel free to email them.
Yeah.
All right? You can
I'll have
send
to
it.
tell you my questions.
Okay. Well, you
Because
can do that.
I have to miss it,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you got the
Yeah, you're not
maps.
going to be there. So
Yeah.
you could send it to Steve at avnewscast.com or Jeff at avnewscast.com. Don't send it to Angelina because she is going to be AWOL that night
Yeah.
and will not be there.
Yeah.
And we'll be missing you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be missing you guys.
We will be missing you.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some of the students from the Media Pathway participating in the debate and helping us to stream it live. And it's going to be a
Well, I
great
just
event.
hope that the tough questions are asked and people hold them accountable to answer them instead of, when I started back in 1945, that whole roundabout typical political response.
Well,
If somebody asks, how are you going to create jobs in the Antelope Valley? Don't say, well, I'm going to start by deregulating the regulations. Come on.
wouldn't it be great if you heard a candidate say, well, I've been talking with company XYZ, and they've indicated that they want to come to the Antelope Valley, and if I make it to Sacramento, I am going to get them. Wouldn't it be great
Yeah,
to
I mean,
hear that kind of
you
thing?
kind of want to hear that, but then it's kind of a double-edged sword because they're basically saying, well, I heard from Apple, and Apple said if I get elected, then or I'm telling you that I got Apple in my back pocket, so if I get elected, I'm going to bring him to the Antelope Valley.
There was a
I don't
candidate-
like that because now you're saying you better vote for me because I got something in my pocket.
There was a candidate running in 2012 for California State Senate, okay, that made that
That's dirty.
that said,
Did
I've
he
been
lose?
talking with a company that has indicated that they want, and I'll tell you all about it after I get elected, kind of thing.
And he lost, right?
It was a she.
She lost.
She was the only woman running.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, good.
Okay,
Don't
but
be
that's
holding
been done in
stuff
the
hostage.
past. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you hear about it all the time. Everybody is for the community, for the benefit of Antelope Valley, for California, and then when they lose, you kind of don't hear from them. They're kind of not doing much.
No, some stay active.
What's Sir doing right now?
Well, there you go. That's what I was talking about.
What's he doing?
Okay. Sir? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I wasn't talking about him. I don't know exactly what he's been doing. He just had a birthday, by the way, the other day. Happy birthday, sir.
I saw that.
Okay.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I don't know. But, and that's a candidate that we saw really blossom.
Yes.
Right.
During that, okay?
But you don't stop.
Right.
You don't stop. And
Stay
I
with
mean,
the
and
community
forgive me if
involvement.
forgive me if you got a couple irons in the fire right now. But I mean, I would see stuff on Facebook constantly from Stir, from things that he was participating in, things that he was active in, and I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, well, that's something that does happen.
Well,
okay.
So
I understand.
stop making me don't think I'm gonna believe you.
So then you have to stop and say, hey, would that, was that a flash in the pan, or was that somebody that really wants to be involved in the issues and
They want to be involved if they get elected. If they don't get elected, then not so much.
Right. This is true. This is true. Yeah. Well, we're going to wait and see. The primary is coming up on June 30th. It's only a couple of weeks away.
Why don't we hear from some of the candidates?
You know what? I've received a lot of calls from them.
That was a hint about a break.
Oh. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Take us to a break.
All righty. Oh, you're
listening to AB Newscast, the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley. We're going to take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Frolic Beats.
Hi, I'm J.D. Kennedy, a Marine Corps veteran with 3 deployments to Iraq, and I'm running for State Assembly. I served as Congressman McKeon's Veteran Affairs Representative, and I'm a member of Operation All the Way Home, board member of the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm the president of LA County Air Show. As your assemblyman, I'll fight to create jobs in our community and keep criminals off our streets. Our problems can be fixed with simple, common sense answers, but we need new leadership in Sacramento. My name is J.D. Kennedy. I fought for you 3 times in Iraq. Vote for me on June 3rd. Send me to Sacramento. I'll fight for you there. Visit my website, kennedyforassembly.com, and follow me on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced conservative candidate for the State Assembly in the Tuesday, June 3rd election. As a retired Highway Patrol Sergeant and Antelope Valley resident since 1996, I served as a school board and city council member for 14 years. As your assembly representative, I'll stand up for our shared values. The record shows I work to solve problems, not create them. With your help on June 3rd, we can break the far-left supermajority in Sacramento and stop the bleeding of our jobs. I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced candidate.
There's a school in Palmdale that's become the talk of the town. It's called the Guidance Charter School, and many parents say it's magical. The Guidance Charter School is WASP accredited, scored 783 in academic performance, and has an educational curriculum that exceeds the state of California standards. The curriculum is enriched through age-appropriate exposure to information technology, arts, foreign language such as Arabic, and physical education. The Guidance Charter School has a winning CIF sports program with soccer, basketball, cross-country, volleyball, swimming, cheerleading, and more. An open enrollment, free tuition school, publicly funded. They've been in business for 12 years and are fully approved by the Palmdale School District. The Guidance Charter School has small classroom environment, 20 students in grades K through 3, 25 students in grades 4 through 8, and no more than 30 students in grades 9 through 12. Call the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. That's the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. And check out their website at thegcs.org. A better high school choice.
Antelope Valley residents, this is Assistant Sheriff James Helmold seeking your vote for sheriff. As a 25-year veteran of the department, I'm not a politician, I'm a crime fighter committed to keeping our neighborhoods safe. I will ensure your sheriff's department is responsive to the Antelope Valley, not a one-size-fits-all approach from downtown Los Angeles. Let's also expand community involvement and youth outreach to ensure future success. I'm proud to be endorsed by both mayors and councils, local churches, and community groups. This is your sheriff's department. Please vote James Helmold for sheriff.
This is Palmdale Mayor Jim Ledford, and we have a great opportunity on June 3rd. We will be electing a new congressman for our valley. I served on the Palmdale City Council with Steve Knight, as well as serving with his father, Pete Knight, and I appreciate their service and belief in our community. Steve is a veteran of the U.S. Army, as well as an 18-year veteran of the LAPD, and I have the highest respect for our vet and law enforcement community. Steve is led by action over his tenure in Sacramento, and no one has authored more legislation for our veterans. As the son of a career Marine, I'm thankful for Steve's commitment to our veterans. Please join Mayor Pro Tem Tom Lackey and I in supporting Steve Knight for Congress.
Welcome back to avnewscast.com.
You know, it's funny because during the break, Angelina and I are so afraid to talk because we're really so afraid that these mics are open.
Oh no,
it's really kind of funny.
Pot it down.
Yeah, I know, but
we keep I keep looking at it like I can't. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
So we don't really even want to talk to each other during the break.
Oh.
You know, H.R. Giger.
Yes.
Yeah, 74 years old.
Huh?
A designer, sci-fi monster designer.
Yeah.
Weird,
aliens,
strange artist.
poltergeist.
Okay, loved it. Both of them.
He passed away yesterday.
Oh, that's a shame.
At the age of 74.
You know Casey Kasem is missing?
Yeah. I think he's on an Indian reservation.
In Washington.
Yeah.
How bizarre is that?
It's out of control. Especially it's out of control when his wife will allow the children to see him.
Uh-oh.
Her attorney goes into court. She's the one that had him moved. The attorney goes into court and lies to the judge. And the judge calls him on it. And he says, really, that's what you want to say? Well, I'm going to now appoint the daughter to be in charge of this whole thing.
Yeah. Because you're tripping out. And where is he?
Apparently,
the attorney said they
he's
don't
not
know.
well.
Nobody knows.
He can't talk.
Why?
Yeah, he's got
What's
advanced
wrong with
Parkinson's and they say
So why
dementia
can't they
as well.
see the kid? I mean, why can't he see his kids?
I don't know. It's a crazy deal.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Money does this to families.
Now, is this a second wife? Like, not the mother of these kids?
No.
Yeah.
There you go. Hello.
Yeah.
Shut that down. Good judge. Good judge.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's really
terrible.
Way out of control.
Yeah, they say he can't speak or
he's in a corner in a chair somewhere, just flipping out, probably.
And it's funny because they say that he's not in the United States.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because he's on an Indian reservation.
Yeah. Oh.
In Washington, which is in the United States.
Right.
But
Okay.
that's sovereign territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? We give them a couple spots.
That's
their land. We dummied down to you get a couple spots.
Well, they have, all I understand. I know what you're saying. Okay, I'm not even going to say anything.
Yeah, because we gave them a couple of, what?
Nothing.
Unreal.
Unreal, okay? That's history, though. Okay? That's the way that it is.
Yeah.
You remember the Paul Walker crash?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right by, not far from where Cindy works.
Yeah, back November 30th of 13. Roger Rojas, who was the driver of the car, his wife yesterday, his widow, Christine, brought a lawsuit against Porsche.
Yeah.
Filed a lawsuit against Porsche. Her attorney is Mark Garagos.
Oh. I know that name.
Yeah, because it's Porsche's fault that the car can't take...
a driver that's not quite...
It can't take a 15-mile-an-hour turn at 90. That's Porsche's fault.
She claims in the lawsuit
silly.
the car was going 55 miles an hour. She claims in the lawsuit that she alleges that there were design faults,
in a
design
Porsche?
flaws, that it was built with too much power. The suspension.
It's a Porsche.
It's a racing Porsche.
Yeah.
It is the same exact car that.
Oh, that's silly. So then the kid should sue her because she wasn't able to get daddy not to buy a Porsche. I mean, I get grief. But somebody should be helping her get through this.
Yeah, when you look at that car, it was not going 55.
No.
Okay? There is no way that it was going 55.
Maybe it was going 55 and the tree was going 40.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. It was the same car that Jay Leno in a race actually spun at 190 miles an hour. And he said it was like being on ice. But the thing is, it's a race car. It was street legal, but it is a race car.
Yeah.
All right, and they handle differently.
And it was an accident. That's why they call it accidents.
Correct. Yeah,
So
but
it's just a shame.
brought a lawsuit for unspecified.
Oh yeah, because they don't have enough zeros to calculate all the zeros that she's going after.
Right.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mark Garagos. He's a guy that I'm not too fond of. Okay, so Donald Sterling yesterday.
Oh.
I don't know if you all had a chance to listen to the
Yeah.
interviews. He took Magic Johnson to town yesterday. He at least
he
attempted
tried
to.
to.
He said some things yesterday.
He was talking out of both sides of his ass.
And here, but when you listen to this, I believe you're listening to a man that is suffering from dementia.
He knows what he's saying,
I
Steve
don't
Benson.
think he does.
Are you kidding me?
You know what? When you listen, does he sound like a man that could run a $2-3 billion empire? No, he doesn't sound like a He doesn't sound like he did 40 years ago. He doesn't sound like a businessman.
Who cares about what he sounded like 40 years ago? He probably had the same viewpoints 40 years ago.
Just the way he talks.
Do you want to hear?
Okay.
Do you want to hear a little bit?
Oh, okay.
Just do you have any of it?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm not a racist. I made a terrible, terrible mistake. And I'm here with you today to apologize and to ask for forgiveness for all the people that I've hurt. And I've hurt so many people, so many innocent people.
Who are they?
I've hurt myself. You know, I spoke to a girl that I was fond of.
Why?
And I don't know why. I could never, when I listened to that tape, I don't even know how I could say words like that. I'm not a racist. I love people. I always have.
Right.
But those words came out of my mouth, I guess.
Because she put him in there?
And I'm so sorry. And I'm so apologetic.
No.
What are you sorry about?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm sorry that so
That I
many
got
people
caught.
are hurt. My little grandchild goes to a Catholic nursery, and they were passing
Oh, my
around
God.
candy to everybody. When they got to her, they said, "We don't give candy to racists." 7 and 9.
I call bullshit.
Yep.
I'm calling it.
So it hurts me.
First of all, he's such an
my
opportunist. I can't even take it because you're dropping in that your granddaughter is a Catholic because you want to be equal because you're Jewish. Like, you're so full of shit.
Oh.
Sorry.
You know what?
He's just so full of it. Sorry, but I can. I don't have the FCC on my back now.
I know, but your other two partners can fine you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Swear jar.
Whatever.
Swear.
Where's the jar at? I mean, you can't let me hear that then, man. That's just crazy.
He said Magic Johnson has the AIDS.
Yes!
The AIDS.
And when he came out with the AIDS, and you know what? Are you supposed to look up to him? He slept with every girl in every town. He sounds jealous.
But look at this guy. How is he talking about Magic
With his
Johnson
V.
sleeping-
What?
Yeah.
He tried
Not
to
the
paint.
only
You got
Magic-
V.
he's ever
He got the AIDS. You got the V.
He tried. Right. Magic Johnson has. He's very well respected. So he tried to put him in a corner.
What are you
like
talking
Wilt
about? He does
Chamberlain.
nothing for his
Okay.
people. What do you mean? Nobody does anything for African Americans? He caught himself. He was about to really put his foot in his mouth.
He actually said. He said, I think Magic Johnson should go in the background.
Yeah.
But what does he do for the black people?
Right.
He doesn't do anything.
Right. And then later on, he says, so do you not think that anybody in the black community does anything? And he said, the African American. And then
Yeah,
he
and
cut himself because he was about to lay it out. He was about to lay it out, and he should have just fed him a little bit longer.
You know, Anderson Cooper went back and corrected him about AIDS and explained to him that he was HIV positive and not full-blown AIDS. And I don't even know that Donald Sterling knows the difference.
He doesn't care to know
Okay.
the difference. He doesn't care to know
When
it.
he was asked about the things that he said, which took place, I guess, about a year ago, okay, when they were recorded, he said he doesn't remember ever saying those things.
Of course not. And I'm so sorry. And someone told him, make sure you sound
Contrite.
in your voice.
Yeah.
And I go to the temple, and we'll give you money if you can't pay back, you don't pay back. When you can, you do.
What was interesting, though, was he said that when the V. Stiviano released that tape, or her friends, or whoever did, sold it to TMZ, and it went public, he said he got a call from Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And he said that Magic Johnson said, hey, I heard that. Don't do anything, all right? Just sit on that. We're going to find a way to get you out of this.
Yeah.
Don't do anything, all right? Then he got another phone call.
From a representative.
Right.
I don't want to be involved.
I don't want to be involved. Mm-hmm. Then he got a third phone call saying, I don't want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. Okay? Magic Johnson took to Twitter yesterday, okay? And remember, he did go to the last just 2 days ago. He went to the Clippers
did
game.
You see his face when he told Sterling that he was just at a game? He was furious. He really, I don't care what he says. His mouth says one thing, but his body says another. He does not like Magic Johnson. Period.
No, Donald Sterling said that he believes that when Magic Johnson called him and told him, don't do anything, don't react to this, I will help you, we'll find a way, because he wanted this whole thing to explode. Donald Sterling believes he wanted it to explode on him so Magic could come in and buy the team.
He's a big old grown man, and he does not sit there waiting for somebody to call him and tell him what to do.
I got the solution.
I don't believe you get to that amount of money, and you're sitting there waiting for direction.
I got the solution.
Go ahead.
It just came to me.
Uh-oh.
Let's do a cage match, MMA cage match, with Donald Sterling and Beyonce's sister.
Hello.
Yeah, get it all taken care of.
Beyonce tear him up.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect, and then everybody'd be happy.
What was interesting was that they asked Donald Sterling, "Did you call Magic Johnson?" He said, "I don't call anybody. I don't have his number.
I don't have his number."
He called me.
He's such a liar.
Think there was some truth to that?
No.
You don't believe that Magic called him?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Magic Johnson hasn't disputed it.
He's not talking to it. He's being interviewed today, so we'll find out whether he's going to dispute it or not.
Who's interviewing? Anderson Cooper?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. CNN is having him on tonight.
Well, that's going to make for CNN's ratings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling's wife
Anderson
yesterday...
between Anderson and Como, I love them both.
Really?
Love them.
Anderson's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling's wife said yesterday she will spend whatever it takes. Mm-hmm. She will not give up her percentage of the team.
Like I said before, these are people that have goo gobs of money that don't have anything to do any other time. Now they've got a little thing to do. Now this is their job. Now they can feel like they have purpose in their life. So all she's going to do is just throw... And then, of course, any attorney is going to just love that case. Why not?
Well, it's a huge meal ticket.
Yes.
Yeah, but it can screw up the NBA completely.
Yes.
There are teams that say, we will not come to LA and play the Clippers.
And they should all unite in that. They should all unite in that.
Then you know what you've done? You will take the Clippers' value and you will put it right in the toilet and it will be worthless. And you don't want to do that.
Well,
it'll kill the city of LA's economy.
I get it, but what do you do?
Just take Donald Sterling out of the picture.
Well, who wants the wife, really?
Let her be a fireman on the train. There's no fire on the train.
Can they do eminent domain?
No.
No?
Not of the team.
In the best interest of the
city? They
No.
sure need to do that.
But it was interesting that Magic Johnson originally said, I will never go to another Clippers game.
As long as he is the owner.
Well, he's still the owner.
Well, no, he's been assured. The governing body he's done. He's done. He needs to just stay in front of the camera because all he's doing is giving them more to work with.
Okay. Magic Johnson did go to the game.
Yeah,
and
he did.
Still, Donald Sterling is still the owner.
So?
I'm just saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
I don't know. Save the bees.
Yeah.
Save
what
the
are you
bees.
saying?
We have to
Speaking
talk
of
about
that-
Save the Bees.
Yes.
What is Save the Bees?
I don't know, man.
Okay, it's hosted by peacelovefoundation.org.
Oh, that doesn't sound like
Okay,
it,
JSA.org, Junior States of America. It is May 21st at the Guidance Charter High School campus.
Oh, nice.
Okay, free entry, all ages, face painting, hair wraps, organic food, and more. Jeff, do you know anything about Save the Bees?
It's a fair
It's a
of some
GMO.
Yeah, I guess they're concerned about there you go.
The environment.
Well, they're concerned about GMOs possibly being the cause because bees are dying off.
So what?
So what? Do
Okay.
you like food?
There's a lot of bees around.
Do you like
Hair wraps. What is that? What's a
Is
hair
it-
wrap?
You know what?
Pull a strand of hair and do the string around it.
No, I get it, Jeff, and you know,
I mean,
there was.
I'm an avid gardener, and yeah, the bees are important to me.
Yeah, and what was that back in 2012? What was that? Prop 38 or Prop 36, the GMO?
Would you stop it
Whatever
already?
it was.
You say GMO like it's a bad word.
No, I'm not.
There's nothing wrong with a community knowing what they're putting in their body. Nothing.
I agree.
The only problem is that these people know that they got garbage going into our bodies and they don't want to tell.
I agree. So tell.
What you put in your body shouldn't have more
Put it on the
than
label.
2 ingredients. If it's got more, then put it to the side. Something's wrong.
Do you recycle?
My daughter does.
She does?
Mm-hmm.
And then she takes all the stuff, the big mess, and goes and...
Yeah. And it's a big mess right now. Making me crazy.
I know you recycle, Jeff.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
No, I
just like whatever.
I feel that 10
Whatever.
cents per bottle. I want that back.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm lazy. I don't have time for it. And
Well,
my
at least
little...
you put it in the bin, the right bin, so they could take it.
They're all the same color to me.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Really? You can get fined for that.
Yes, I separate them.
Yeah.
I put them in all the right cans.
Rinse the bottles out. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
I put them in all the right cans.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah, I do that. I absolutely do that. So, Sunnydale Elementary School in Lancaster.
Yes.
Oh,
PTA parents were complaining that their kids were getting sick at the school.
Really?
Kids were getting sick. The president of the PTA conducted her own internal investigation.
Okay.
Took samples, sent it out to lab, had everything tested. Some of the results came back positive.
Of what?
Mold.
Got the black mold.
Some of the but here's the thing. Yesterday, the health department went there.
What's a little mold, huh, Steve?
Pretty much.
Are you kidding me?
Whatever is making these kids sick, it is not
Are you
from
kidding
this.
me?
Now, I don't know. Now, I'm looking at, and I actually
I mean,
have
people
the
won't buy a house
forensic-
that has black mold in it.
Well, I know it's bad. You can't.
Okay, so then why should the
I
kids
had-
go to school with it?
I got ripped. I had that in my house in Quartz Hill. It was terrible.
Why should the kids go to school with it?
I guess there are trace amounts
Care less.
that perhaps may be legal.
What?
The LA County Health Department is going to come back and do a more extensive campus
My
evaluation.
kid would be gone. What
Yeah.
school is this?
Sunnydale.
Sunnyvale.
Where is it at?
It's on J8.
Oh, it's out
by,
here? I'm going to have to call Sundown and see what's going on.
Oh, this one's ancient. This school's been there 1,000.
Oh, yeah, Sundown is a new school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours is a brand new school.
Mm-hmm.
Where you go. This became such a big deal
No,
that
I would not. My kid would not go to that school. I'm telling you right now.
No, they're yanking. They're yanking kids.
They
Parents are-
absolutely should yank their kids.
Okay, they're
You can't be a pacifist on things that can creep up and harm your children later on in life.
this,
The health department has said that that what these kids are coming down with and what these employees are coming down with isn't necessarily indicative of what mold will do. So
Maybe it's
you know,
some
they're
new
looking more-
mold.
but well, could be. But I think it's a good thing that at least they got the ball rolling in this direction. In case there's, you know, who knows what was on the grounds prior to that school being built. You need to go in there and check out the soil. But I think it's good that it got the things
Out.
going.
out.
From what I understand, about 4 or 5 kids have been removed from the school.
Yeah.
The school's received about 20 phone calls, was what I heard.
20?
That's the number I heard. If I'm wrong on that number, let us know.
20.
But that's what I heard yesterday.
That's
that it was 20.
That's a shame.
And 4 or 5
I mean, just
kids.
because they just found black mold doesn't mean that there's something in there that they haven't found yet, or that they don't even know how to identify yyet. I mean, new things
they
come.
found. Well, here they found some other stuff, and you can look at this. And it's interesting because it shows, all the. This is the actual forensic analytical laboratory report of all of the stuff.
This is the one that was made public.
This, John and Ken, who listen to their staff listens to our show because they'll come up with stories to do in the afternoon using some of our content. But the president of the PTA was actually on the John and Ken show talking about this. They spent some time talking about this. And probably because their show is so big, the LA County Health Department got involved. Okay, and went out and took a tour of 3 or 4 classrooms yesterday.
Well, that's good.
According to what I've heard, just to borrow the phrase from KFI, that the head of the PTA, when she made this report, she kind of buried the lead. The talk about mold and everything was way down at the bottom of it, and the health department looked and just read the first paragraph and were done with it, and didn't see. That's what they say. The reason they didn't leap on it faster is that they didn't see the mold.
Well, I mean, it's got crazy organisms that I can't even pronounce in here.
Yeah,
I
saw
mean,
that too.
You got to Google that mess and see what. That's some stuff.
But it just says trace, right?
Major, abundant, abundant.
Yeah, well, maybe you're allowed to have that abundant stuff.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, my kid wouldn't go. Sorry.
It's nice, though. On Pizza Day, they can save money. They just scrape the walls.
Oh, not good. Not good. Yesterday in Sacramento.
Yeah.
A new California Assembly Speaker was inaugurated yesterday. Tony Atkins. Tony Atkins, out of San Diego, is the new Assembly Speaker as of yesterday. She replaces
not our
House
Perez
Speaker
anymore?
House Speaker John Perez. No, and you know what? When this was going on yesterday, there should be a rule on Twitter, okay, that you cannot tweet like 12 different tweets all in a row and blow up people's phones, okay?
Most people have it on silence so that it's not interrupting, Steve. I know it's not something that you've caught on to yet, but I'm just saying most people have it on silent because then when they have a moment, they can review what's going on. Only you with the beep beep. I mean, you're on the air and your phone is not on silent.
It's funny. I was talking to a government client yesterday, and my phone was blowing up. It was going off. It was actually Jeff calling me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't grab the call. But the client on the other end said, "Are you guys having a fire drill?"
Oh,
right.
Because that's what it sounded like.
Right.
Yeah. I said, "No, it's just my stupid phone."
How come you are you scared you won't feel the vibration?
I get phantom. No.
They have that flashing light thing that you can do.
No, when it's in your pocket, what? Your pocket's gonna glow?
You can have it on vibrate, and you can also have it on the flashing light. No. So when you on the air, we don't have to hear every text or every notification that you get.
No, because I used to get these phantom vibrations.
I do too.
Okay.
I still do.
That's just age.
No, he gets them.
I get them.
Come on, Jeff. That's the medication.
Okay, so me it's age, him it's the medication.
Yeah.
I think it only happens.
I feel
to guys.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would constantly look at my phone because I would swear it vibrated.
You guys got going on, yeah.
Okay, so no, I leave the ringer on. There could be an emergency going on.
Stop it.
And I need to know. Could be something with my son. Who knows? So I need to leave it on. But yeah, House Speaker Perez is no longer House Speaker, and it is now Tony Atkins. Okay, which is a woman.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
T-O-N-I.
In case you didn't. Okay? Just in case you didn't know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? That's what's going on. So we have our debate coming up Thursday.
Yes.
Next week, because now we have some time, we'll get the debate out of the way. All right? Then next week, we'll begin bringing on candidates onto the show, both for Assembly, for Congress, and for Sheriff. We'll do that. The same day as our debate, there's a debate going on in Ontario, I believe. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. At the Ayers Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. That John and Ken decided the 15th was a good day.
Yes.
Okay? So they're having one. It's for the candidates, and there's a whole bunch of them running for governor.
Gubernatorial. Okay. What a great
But
word.
they only invited 3 of the candidates.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's something.
And their excuse was, look,
but not
the rest of them have nothing to say because they're not going to win.
No, but I could have sworn we just went through this big old fight with the station that we were just with because you have to have equal opportunity across the board with candidates.
But we've always given equal opportunity.
I understand.
Okay?
I know that we have, but I'm just
and
just
our
not
fight wasn't about
understanding.
that.
What was it about?
Our fight was with the station was about the fact that they did not want us to be political anymore. They didn't want us to have political guests on. They didn't want
But how
us
could you do
to
that?
be able to run. If a candidate wants to advertise on our show, the number one most talked about radio show in the Antelope Valley, they didn't want that to happen. They said, we don't want candidates, we don't want any of that. However, okay, as I understand it right now, they're running political candidate spots.
Isn't that something?
Right now on their radio station.
So what does that make you think?
That makes me think that maybe there's a lawsuit in the wings.
Yes.
Okay? But we'll get through this stuff.
Speaking of candidates, let's hear from some more.
Okay.
Okay. We're taking a break?
Yes, we are.
So we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to AV Newscast, the number one news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm J.D. Kennedy, a Marine Corps veteran with 3 deployments to Iraq, and I'm running for state assembly. I served as Congressman McKeon's Veteran Affairs Representative, and I'm a member of Operation All the Way Home, board member of the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm the president of LA County Air Show. As your assemblyman, I'll fight to create jobs in our community and to keep criminals off our streets. Our problems can be fixed with simple, common sense answers, but we need new leadership in Sacramento. My name is J.D. Kennedy. I fought for you 3 times in Iraq. Vote for me on June 3rd. Send me to Sacramento. I'll fight for you there. Visit my website, KennedyForAssembly.com, and follow me on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced conservative candidate for the State Assembly in the Tuesday, June 3rd election. As a retired Highway Patrol Sergeant and Antelope Valley resident since 1996, I served as a school board and city council member for 14 years. As your assembly representative, I'll stand up for our shared values. The record shows I work to solve problems, not create them. With your help on June 3rd, we can break the far-left supermajority in Sacramento and stop the bleeding of our jobs. I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced candidate.
There's a school in Palmdale that's become the talk of the town. It's called the Guidance Charter School, and many parents say it's magical. The Guidance Charter School is WASP accredited, scored 783 in academic performance, and has an educational curriculum that exceeds the state of California standards. The curriculum is enriched through age-appropriate exposure to information technology, art, foreign language such as Arabic, and physical education. The Guidance Charter School has a winning CIF sports program with soccer, basketball, cross-country, volleyball, swimming, cheerleading, and more. An open enrollment, free tuition school, publicly funded. They've been in business for 12 years and are fully approved by the Palmdale School District. The Guidance Charter School has small classroom environment, 20 students in grades K through 3, 25 students in grades 4 through 8, and no more than 30 students in grades 9 through 12. Call the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. That's the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. And check out their website at thegcs.org. A better high school choice.
Antelope Valley residents, this is Assistant Sheriff James Helmold seeking your vote for sheriff. As a 25-year veteran of the department, I'm not a politician, I'm a crime fighter committed to keeping our neighborhood safe. I will ensure your sheriff's department is responsive to the Antelope Valley, not a one-size-fits-all approach from downtown Los Angeles. Let's also expand community involvement and youth outreach to ensure future success. I'm proud to be endorsed by both mayors and councils, local churches, and community groups. This is your sheriff's department. Please vote James Helmold for sheriff.
Hello, neighbors. This is Mayor Jim Ledford, and I'd like to tell you about Steve Knight. Steve has been our councilman and our legislator for the past 9 years. Steve has been a staunch supporter of lower taxes and creating a better environment for job growth. That is why Steve is endorsed by the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. Please stand with me and Supervisor Mike Antonovich in supporting Steve Knight as our next congressman.
Effect, avnewscast.com.
What do you think I'm about to say?
Nothing. I was just looking at your shirt, trying to figure out what it says, because I can't because of the angle that I'm sitting at.
I don't know. You're involved with an organization. You're actually on the
I'm actually
board.
on the board of a very important organization. Thank you for that lead in. It's the National Alliance for Mental Illness, and we are running our first fundraiser on the 31st of May. And it's important. It's an organization that brings more appreciation and more light to people that have mental issues. Like, it helps me sit in a room with Jeff.
Got to break the stigma of getting.
You got to break the stigma. You got to stop treating it like it's taboo to discuss.
You got a bum knee. You go to the doctor, and there's no
stigma.
There's no problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
Let's stop the train. Let's stop the high-speed rail and put that money towards the Department of Mental Health.
And I think the other thing that's really great about the organization is that it has it's like a bunch of support groups to help you deal with your family members that have mental health issues, your co-workers, just to be able to live in this world and be able to associate and deal with people that have issues. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they are, no less brilliant than the next person just because they have this particular issue. They just need to be dealing with it a little differently than
actually.
Other people.
It's one thing I've noticed. When I was in the Navy, I worked with a lot of the crypto guys,
mm-hmm.
and they're all mathematicians,
mm-hmm.
and they were brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Not a one of them right.
Yeah.
And I look at intelligence. It's not, like you were saying, it's not that they're not intelligent. I think of the mind like one of those metal sheds that you get from Sears.
Mm-hmm.
You put your lawnmower and your rakes and everything in.
Mm-hmm.
And intelligence I see like snow. And you can only heap so much snow up on one of those sheds before it collapses in on itself. That's the way I see it. I've seen some really brilliant people, and their just brains are in a completely different direction.
Okay.
And so I'm agreeing with you. It's
NAMI's a great organization, and people need to be more aware of it. And it's so funny because if you take a poll, more people than you might think are living with some type of mental illness, or at least has a family member that is affected by it.
So all of a sudden, polls are a good thing when they favor an organization that you're passionate about.
I didn't say anything about a poll.
What?
I didn't say a poll. I didn't say a poll.
Just a minute. Jeff, didn't she just say...
Okay, what did I
think I heard poll.
If you take a poll...
I didn't say poll. If you look around...
You take a... look around.
If you look around... If you ask a friend, ask another friend.
That's a poll, isn't it?
It's not.
Oh.
You used the word.
Okay.
Passionately. You just used the word.
Whatever, Steve.
Who's agreeing with you, Steve?
Everybody. And see? All of a sudden... Well, this is great. So your event is on the 31st.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just off the boulevard in Lancaster, I think.
Oh. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's at Ricardo's, off the boulevard.
Okay. Do we have an address yet or no?
Well, you know what? We're going to have...
we'll get an address?
We'll have the president of NAMI come on, and she'll discuss it a little bit.
Jean Marie Harris?
Jean Marie Harris.
Okay, that's great.
And we'll have her come on, and she'll discuss it in depth and invite folks if she likes.
Okay.
And but I just think that it's definitely something that we should all be aware of.
Yeah, we absolutely do. And Jean's been on the show several times.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you got involved in that organization. No, I am. You know what? And it's a great organization, but whether it was that or Save the Bee or anything, I just like the fact that you're getting involved in stuff.
I knew there was a backhanded comment.
No.
Because that's not, you give a compliment. Didn't take it back a little bit.
No. I think it's great.
Did you ever go in there and get the electrodes hooked up?
Yeah, I did. And I was hoping to find something wrong.
No.
And there was
okay?
nothing wrong.
Yeah, they're waiting. Did you do it, Jeff?
No, I need to.
Yeah,
He's going to break the machine.
Yeah, I'm
He's
going to
gonna break
it.
the
They
machine.
got to up their insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will most definitely.
Did you do it?
No, I already know I'm good.
Oh,
See, that's the problem.
Looks like a thunderstorm
That's
in
the
my
major issue with people with mental illnesses. A good portion of them don't even realize that they're sick.
Well,
Yeah.
But I know I'm good.
That's what I said.
I'm okay.
that's what all the people say that do get it recognized and then go off their meds once they feel great.
Yeah.
No meds here. I'm good.
Well, you know what's also great about being on the board is that there's a woman, a doctor on the board. I believe she's a doctor. She's at least a nutritionist that deals with or address mental illness from a way of nutrition. And what you're putting in your body is feeding whatever your issues are, or if you put something else in your body, it can help to counteract what you've got going on. So it's very interesting. We've been really focusing on this event that's coming up, so I haven't been able to talk to her a lot about it. But nutrition is important to me. I mean, I definitely think that McDonald's back in the day used to have something in that food that made me keep going. So
Well, they still do. And
yeah, but it doesn't make me keep going anymore. It doesn't taste the same.
I told you what I read about Doritos, didn't I?
No.
They actually did studies. They had scientists in there finding out what would be the most addictive combination of fats and salts and everything, and that became nacho cheese Doritos.
You see? Because when you said nachos, I wanted to go get a bag.
See?
Really, I never heard that.
Yeah.
But you believe that McDonald's was putting something in their food
Yeah.
that was making you
And
addicted
highly
to their
addictive.
food?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's the fats and salts.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I never wanted to run to no carrot. Never wanted to get a carrot or a celery stalk. Never. But I will go get up at 3 o'clock to get some French fries.
3 o'clock in the morning?
No, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, I don't do much fast food anyway.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's why you're not addicted.
Well, that's why I'm okay, and I don't need to be hooked up to the brain scan.
You do need that. You totally need it.
Okay. Your opinion.
Yes.
All right.
Jeff,
I could take a poll.
can I get a second?
I'll go in there if Steve goes in there.
No, you just go in
We'll
first
hold hands
and let
and
me
walk
know.
in there, and yeah.
Because then he'll blow up the machine, and there's no need for me to go. Okay.
Well, we'll talk.
Which would be great. At GCS on Thursday, the JSA here at the GCS campus, the high school campus, and the Media Pathway are receiving a Civic Leadership Award.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Which is nice.
I said, are you
Judge
kidding?
Denise
Yeah.
Bennett is going to be here, along with Mayor Ledford and a bunch of other people. Sheriff's Captain Don Ford will be here. And we're getting an award, and that's kind of a cool thing, so I wanted to mention that.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
It is, actually.
You guys, that's not during MAP class. So I'd
No,
love to
that's
see
not
you.
during MAP class.
Okay.
Okay?
This Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time? I'll come.
Are you playing like you didn't know about this?
Well, I thought I was going to.
Oh.
I'm trying to lead into questions so people know what time it is.
lasts
I already know
about
about
an
Of course I
hour.
know about it.
It lasts about an hour. It's at the high school campus across from Drytown. You can't miss it in East Palmdale.
Yes.
Okay?
It lasts an hour, but we don't know what hour it starts on.
9:30 to about 10:30.
Okay.
Okay? And the judge and the mayor and Captain Ford and people from the Palmdale Chamber and, people in the community are invited too, I guess.
Nice.
And if you're not, I just invited you.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I'm sure that, the community's totally invited.
I don't know, but they are now.
Lauren,
you heard it here.
just break out the chairs.
No, don't say that. They're telling me.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. It's all right. Everybody should come. I think it's a great. It's to receive the award is a cool thing.
These kids work their butts off for that.
It is, and part of the reason this award is being given is because of what the kids did, both JSA and the Media Pathway, in the last mayor's debate.
That was nice.
Which was done and streamed live here at the GCS
and it was done really
campus.
well.
Yeah, and the kids did the whole thing.
No,
You
they're
know,
rock stars. They really, that was great.
They did a great
It was,
job.
yeah, which was really good. So, and to get that from a national organization is a cool thing. You know, so I wanted to just mention that, and everybody should be here. We're out of time.
Yes.
We got to go. Thank you for making AV Newscast the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley. Have a great day, and we'll be back at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.